Hi there everyone, Mark from Retribution Gaming here, and I'm welcoming you back to Xenogears. In what would have been the last episode, well, I'm going to do a quick recap right now, but if you want to skip that and head on straight to the gameplay, I'm going to put a timestamp down in the timeline below so you can skip to when I start playing the game. But for those of you who do want a quick recap, Faye was causing a distraction at the tournament which allowed Bart to sneak into the Citadel. We eventually rescued Marguerite, and on our way out we encountered Ramsus, who attacked us. Towards the end of the fight, Faye jumped in and lent some assistance, and Ramsus kind of recognised Faye's fighting style, at which point we had a bit of a flashback of this guy with red hair. It's kind of scary looking guy, taking on multiple gears just with his fists on his own. It was quite an interesting scene. But anyway, we prevailed against Ramsus and escaped with Marguerite back onto the Yggdrasil, where Marguerite revealed that she got kidnapped because she was trying to rescue members of the Sisterhood, one of which we saw in town that was helping us out. So yeah, she was trying to rescue some members of this Sisterhood, but she also then revealed, I think she said something along the lines of that her mum and her sister had already been executed, or mother and sister. I don't know if that refers to her actual family, in which case I think Bart might have been a little bit shaken up by that, or if it refers to the Sisterhood, in which case it could be a mother superior and, you know, another like sister, as in like a nun. But yeah, we got that information from Marguerite. We then said, look, if you have any more troubles, just come to us, you know, we'll sort it out for you. And that's where we left it. So that's the quick recap, because I had technical issues and unfortunately, you know, there's no way to avoid that. But now we're going to jump into it and see where we go from here. Right, yes, here we are on board the Yggdrasil. Road to Nisan. Now, I couldn't remember where it was we were going. That's just given me a bit of a hint. Now, hang on a minute, where are we? Yep. Now, I was thinking just before I played this, every time I have done thus far, I've always forgotten the controls. And I keep forgetting that there's a jump button. We have a run button. There's Nisan. I don't think he's got anything for us to buy right now, or nothing new anyway. So let's head on out. Last I remember, there was something blocking our entrance to the bridge. What? Why am I here? Can't we put that behind us? It's not like I'm being made to stand here as punishment for not obeying lights out. Oh right, you said that last time. Beyond this door is a gear hanger. The gear shop is located in the gear hanger too. Yes. Right, hang on, let's have a look at the gear shop. Oh, no. Let's just leave. I want to go through the door. Okay, well. Thank you for repeating yourself. Let's have a look at the gear shop. If I can remember where it is. It's over there. Right. It's here, in fact. What have you got for us? What do you want to do with your gear? Let's have a look at the state of them. Well, they're fully tuned up and everything, by parts. I'm not going to buy any parts. Snap and Heimdall is Citan's Citan's gear. Can we tune him up? Hang on. Fuel. Oh no, I don't need to restore it. Engine, no. Z9. Output 1500 fuel. Well, that's what I've already got. Frame, wall tool, 3000 HP. Armor, MS9. Armor value 90. I've currently got 7.5. Might buy that for Heimdall. Iron G Whip is equipped. Snapper G Whip. Oh, I have one already. How do I equip that? I don't know. We'll come back to that in a minute then. Sell parts. Beam coat. Don't even know what that does. Right, okay, fine. Hang on a minute. Let me just come again. Let me just check through my menu. Gear option. Go to Brigadier. Oh, I can't actually do anything with Heimdall. Get on and off. Oh, equip. Go to Brigadier. The Iron G Whip. Snapper G Whip. Gives him +2 attack. Oh, I mean, we may as well. Citan's not actually in our party right now. Okay. So you can't check his gear status. Right, I want to go to the bridge. There was something blocking our access to the bridge, but it looked like it was a little creature. Let's pop in here first. See if there's anything else going on in here. This is kind of like a bunk. Doesn't look any different. Okay, let's take the elevator up then. Need to know where Marguerite is. See, that's the little creature that was blocking our access to the bridge. It's lukewarm. Okay, well, can we... Do not open hatch whilst in motion. Okay, well, what do you want me to do then? Let's go talk to Maison. I don't know if he might have any advice for us. Oh, to think that Marguerite is now returned. Come to think of it, this is the second time we've had to flee from the royal capital. Seems an awful long time ago, that night that I took them with me to escape. Yeah, and on top of that, he was bold enough to steal the ship along the way. You know this used to be the kingdom's flagship. Yes, it was all Sigurd's doing. So courageous of him, even at such a young age. Anyway, this Yggdrasil can be considered as a keepsake of the late king for the young master. Kind of feels like you're stuck to me for life. Even though you used to be my personal knight, right? Now I'm just a kid pilot. But eventually, you'll become a proud lord. Gotta hurry up and grow up, or I'll never be proud of myself. And I won't be able to win against him. Right, okay. So basically, I think what we need to do is find Marguerite. But I don't know where she is. Now, there are rooms downstairs. Which, this part is very tricky because the camera angles are not great here. There's no doors over there. Okay, no one in here. This does take us to the engine room. I don't know why Marguerite would be in the engine room, but we could take a look. There's no one in here. Get to Nisan, we can give the engine a rest again. See the big donut shape running along the 6 poles standing underneath here? Plasma generated inside there is a power source for the ship. Same goes for the gears. Okay, thanks. Hi doggy. Woof. You don't like anybody touching the engine. Call or break if the toroid is cooled down suddenly. Yeah, okay. I'll leave that to you then. I don't know what happened now, I kind of got stuck a little bit. Okay, so there's nothing down here. I don't know where we're going then. I suspect Marguerite is on the bridge, but there's obviously something we have to do before... Oh, what's in here? Before we can gain access to the bridge. Oh, she's here. There we were, running around the whole ship, and she was here the whole time. Hey, Margie. Get rid of that strange stuffed animal sitting in front of the bridge. It's in our way. It's not a strange stuffed animal. It has a name. Its name is... Oh, do I get to name it? Choo Choo. I'm going to keep its original name, I think. I was going to joke about just then by saying, as they said, oh, it's lukewarm. If I got to name it, I'll name it lukewarm. But I don't think it will fit. Will it fit? Oh, it will. Okay, right, well, it's now called lukewarm. Just because in my head that's kind of quite amusing. I am so stupid. Right, okay. Her name is lukewarm. Oh, it's well, it's pink, I guess. Back in the day, that signified a girl. Her name is lukewarm. Makes me feel silly now that I named it lukewarm. But that's weird. It was just here where I put it a moment ago. Oh, there it is. Nice to meet you. Ah, that's why it's called Choo Choo. Okay, now I do feel silly. I am lukewarm. At least, though, it's not over chewing. Nice to meet you. I'm Choo Choo. Sounds like something right out of Tenchi Muyo. Or Pokemon. I fell in love with you when I first saw you in Bledovik. That's the name of the town. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember what the name of the town was when I was doing the overview earlier on. Bledovik. It's been a couple of weeks since I last played, so forgive me. What we thought was a stuffed toy is actually a living animal. Weird. No wonder it felt strangely lukewarm. What? Looking good, Faye. Shut up. It's alright. I, as the captain, give you my permission. Yeah. Suit yourself. Well, I don't want to interrupt you two, so I'll wait outside. Huh? Thank you for your help at the castle. I heard you really riled it up at the tournament. Bart was bragging how you're both buddies and all. Really? I'm so ashamed. I wanted to be of help to Bart, but I ended up owing him again. Faye, have you seen Bart's back? He's got scars all over his back and it looks so painful. Long ago, when the two of us got caught by Sharkan, Bart protected me from getting beaten. At that time, I decided to be his follower, to serve and protect him, but he's the one who's always protecting me. Sorry. Anyway, thanks a lot for saving me. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Faye. My eyes dry out when pretending to be a stuffed animal. Ouchie! Okay, well, why do it then? It's an odd creature. Okay, to the bridge. Lukewarm. Lukewarm. Sorry, I'm such an idiot. Lukewarm is now out of the way. So hopefully we can now access the bridge and we can get to Nisan. Sorry, I'm just going to be such an idiot now, just giggling at that stupid name. Right, Sigurd. Young Master, according to Margie, there's quite a troublemaker in Gebla. Here, so who the heck is he? Karan Rasmus. No, that's a band. Karan Ramsus, the Holy Solaris Empire's Special Foreign Affairs Agency. In other words, he's the Commander-in-Chief of Gebla. Seems that Gebla isn't just after the excavation sites around Ave after all. You mean, they're not after the Jasper? If that's their only goal, they wouldn't need to send an important man like him. Young Master, this could become unexpectedly complicated. Doc hasn't come back then yet, has he? Doc. No need to worry about him. He'll join us soon. Okay. So, Citan is currently whereabouts unknown. You shall have to enter into Nisan through the secret road. Just keep on the lookout for a lone tree in the desert as a sign of where the road lies buried. Shall we launch the Yggdrasil? Yes. Now, we can leave the Yggdrasil and wander around. That doesn't look suspect at all, does it? Which will get us into random encounters. I don't know whether or not I want to do that right now, because some of these, from what I remember, were quite tricky. Now, if we go this way, what's this over here? Was that Dazel? Is that what that place is called? We're looking for a lone tree in the desert. But what is this? That's what I want to know. Is that where we came out of? Well, if it is, you can't go back in there. Okay, so it looks like the only real way that we can go is this way. This desert is vast. Ah! Lone tree in the desert? What is that? No. That was something I was... Oh no, that's our base. Right, okay. Lone tree in the desert was this way. There it is. Road to Nisan. We're going to have to dive a hell of a deep way to get under the sea. or at least under a river. I don't think we can continue in the Yggdrasil, can we? As it's well, it can travel on land, I guess. It just sort of travels half submerged in the sea, in the sand. Words with S's, in fact, words with any letters right now seem to be an issue. Wow, why am I having trouble talking all of a sudden? I apologise, guys. Right, shall we try again? Now I see why you came down to the surface. Alright, I understand you, but Curran Ramses taking over the post of Ave is pretty annoying. The home country might have had some special reasons. Yeah, obviously. But perhaps there's still a chance of success. You and I, who used to be called Elements at the Commander's Training School Jugend, are both here. Hope you're right. By the way, she is still... According to Faye, there was a female aide on Car's side. He said that she had indigo blue eyes and hair, so it must be her. So, all the old Elements members are on the surface world now. I guess so. Hugo. To be honest with you, she scares me. She supports Car and is kind to anyone. I know that very well. Sometimes I felt a strange fear in her. That bothers me more than Car being in this land. That cannot be true. Not in her. Yeah, I don't want to believe it either. But don't you remember how I could always sense these things quite accurately? That's coincidental. Right. By the way, have you told the young one yet? No, not yet. Don't want him to worry until we know exactly what Solaris' objectives really are. But I have to tell him eventually though. Anyway, Hugo, have you gotten any information? Not really. I left there before going into the center section. Faye. Oh, it's you, Bart. Don't scare me. Sorry, Dari. Sounds like Sig and your doctor friend know each other pretty darn well. Sig. Damn, I thought I knew everything about that guy. When did Doc get back? I'll complete the remaining checks on board. I'll leave the rest up to you, Mason. As you wish, I'll have the honour of accompanying the others. Seems like this dock is well equipped to accept an Yggdrasil. Fair enough. Bartholomew healthy as ever, I hope? Yeah, how's the town? Since we got word several days ago that there might be an army advancing from the royal capital, the sex representatives have been in discussion. What have they come up with? For now, they just plan to improve the local defences. Also, anti-Shakan people have been gathering here, probably because they heard about what's going on. That's reassuring. Yes. However, the residents are starting to feel uneasy. People are starting to take refuge up north in the mountains. Can't blame them. By the way, how's Marguerite? Better than we thought, but I know she was in a lot of grief. Speaking of which, or whom, I should say, speaking of whom, Marguerite, I'm so glad you're safe. Thanks. All the townspeople are overjoyed by the Great Mother's return. So I gave her a bit of an enthusiastic thanks there. I probably shouldn't have. Right, oh, we're in Nisan. That's the secret dock. Okay, that's where we were. I'm assuming this is an exit, so we're not going to go that way just yet. Citan is now in our party again. Nisan, and we can't progress any further yet. Okay, well, let's check out the town. It looks nice. A bit overgrown in the entrance, but adds to its charm. Wow, it's been such a long time since I left here. I'll see you later, Margie. Have you got lukewarm with you? Well, first of all, we should accompany Marguerite up to meet the sisters. Huh? What is it, old Maison? Goodness gracious me. To think that little Miss Marguerite is finally able to return here. It's so awfully moving. Hey, pull yourself together, old man. Forgive me, how terribly embarrassing. I couldn't help it. I shall go back and give some instructions to the men left on the ship. Please, young master, go ahead and escort Miss Marguerite up to the sisters. Excuse me now. You're right, Maison. Right. Okay, what have you two got to say? Mr. Pirate, will you let me ride in your ship someday? Maybe when you get a little older, kid. So do they know who Bart is then? I'm assuming so, considering his welcome. Where are we? This looks like an inn of some kind. We don't need to go to an inn. Who are you? Hello. It's a rumour there are pirates in the royal capital, true? Well, there were. Not anymore. We've left. Through a special arrangement with the town representatives, we're getting a lodging. Okay. I don't know who you are. Very sorry, but we're all full. As an apology, please accept this. Special herb tea. Reduced weight a bit. Okay. So I feel a lot trimmer. So we can't stay at the inn. That's not a problem, considering we need to go find Marguerite. But I don't know which way that is. So we're going to explore the town a little bit. Sorry about that, I realised that I was miles away from the microphone just then, so if the narration was a bit quiet, I do apologise. What's in... Is there anything in the barrel? No. What's in this house? If it is a house. How's Bledovic? It's under martial law, so it's gotten progressively harder to contact our agents in the city. According to the info we finally got just a while ago, there's no major activity. We think they found some reason to attack and are getting ready now. Possibility exists. However, I've heard that Sharkan's power base in the capital is eroding away. He's probably weaker than we thought. Anyway, it's happened. We're committed now. I feel the same way. Now that I think about it, 12 years ago, ever since the coup d'etat by Sharkan, there's been a lot of tension in our country. With Marguerite back now, I agree that the former dynasty should be returned to power. I can never agree with myself how to say that word. Sometimes I say dynasty, sometimes I say dynasty. Let me know in the comments how you say it. If it comes up again, I'm probably going to say it a different way. But yeah, there's never any consistency with me, and I realise that. Dynasty, dynasty, I don't know. Anyways, the former one of those should be returned to power. Everyone feels the same, but we must look at reality. Do we have the strength to do that now? Now I hear Bartholomew, the one who brought back Marguerite, has started moving around out in the open. I'm certain Sharkan is preparing a large army. Sharkan may be coming here soon. Huh? What's going to happen to us if he captures this area? Will everyone be killed? I seriously doubt it. Even he won't want to risk provoking any kind of outrage with the citizens, especially in this situation. He will definitely want to avoid putting himself in a compromising situation. We should set up a hiding place though, just in case. Maybe there. Okay, so we didn't go in, we just eavesdropped on the Sisterhood. I mean, obviously some plans are afoot, but okay. Please, don't either of you talk about this in front of Margie. She's only just got back from a long time in captivity. I don't want her to have to worry. I want her to be happy for a little longer. You should not be overly worried yourself. You've just got to think about what is best for the future of this land. What is done is done. You only did what you believed was right. Put the past behind you. Or, as Pumbaa would say,
you gotta put your behind in your past.
I'm so sorry. I can't do Warthog. I can't do accents. I should stop. No, anyway, seriously. I'm alright. Okay, so the Sisterhood have plans afoot to, I don't know, some kind of resistance to Sharkan by the sounds of it. But they're also worried about him taking over the city. Hello, who are you? This land extends all the way around the lake, which extends all the way around the cathedral. Just for fun, you might want to go all the way around it yourself. Not that there's much to see at all, mind you. I like to cut your jib, son. I've had enough troubles. I just want to live life peacefully. You and me both, mate. You and me both. Right, what's up here? This looks like an exit to somewhere. Okay, that's taken us up this way. This brings us back into Nisan. I don't think this is where we want to be going. So let's head back into town for the moment and head up the main. I'm assuming the cathedral is that place in the island, or on the island there. So let's head that way, which I'm assuming is through this main. Oh no, there's Margie. Okay, let's have a quick chat with you first though. Oh, so you're the ones. Everyone in town is talking about you. Something about the Great Mother returning. She's right in front of you, dear. Since they call her the Great Mother, she must be really old and frail. How do you not know who she is? Welcome back. Oh, maybe I should have spoken to Margie first. Oh, Bart, I'm glad you're well. People at the Hidden Port contacted us just before you came into town. I've already contacted the monastery. Please take Margie up there as soon as possible. She'll be so happy, not to mention the sisters. I must hurry and see the sisters. I think I'm giving her too much of an enthusiastic voice. But, I mean, I guess she's excited to be back. I'm so glad you're all safe. Is it a monastery if it's run by nuns? Is that not necessarily just called a nunnery? I don't actually know. I'll look it up in editing. Okay, right. What we're going to do, I think we're going to get this sequence done, then we'll call it a video. Not an awful lot done, but we've advanced the plot a little. We've got to Nisan, which is a bit more of a stable place to be than sort of roaming around the desert, I guess. I don't know how long this sequence is going to take, so I like their attire. It's simplistic yet striking. Margie. Margie. I'm back, everyone. Oh, Margie, we're so glad you're safe. Yeah, and it's all thanks to Bart and his men. We just received word, so we're singing a hymn of praise and joy. We're so happy. Oh, what a relief. Sister Agnes, that's her name. I thought somebody was going to say something about her. Shall we start that one again? Welcome back, Margie. We had faith that you and your cousin Bart would one day return safely. Thought they were brother and sister. Or was that just figurative? Anyway, we and your other friends have been waiting for you. Sister Agnes! Unfortunately, your mother and the Blessed Royal Mother... I know, Sister Agnes. I heard about it at the Royal Capital. But at least I've made it back. I'll never go anywhere or leave you from now on. I won't make you all worry any more ever again. Bless you, my dear. Sister Agnes, this isn't like you at all. Here I am back safe and sound. Can't you rebuke me just a little for old time's sake? I'm sorry, but I'm just so happy that I cannot help but... Sister! There's no reason to be so solemnly quiet. Well, everyone, to celebrate the return of our dear sister Margie, and to express our joy to heaven, let us finish singing our hymn. Thank you, and bless you all. Oh, yeah, sister, may I go upstairs? It's been oh so long, I just want to have a look around up there too. Oh, but of course, dear. Don't even think of holding back from anything. Except for one thing. Never stay away so long like that again. Ha ha, I knew you'd say that. Now that's the Agnes I know. Margie, I'm so glad. Okay, so the nuns go back to singing the hymn. It's been a while since the last time I was here. Huh? Something wrong, Margie? No, nothing. It's just... I guess I got a little emotional. Anyhow, take it easy for a while. You've put up with enough, okay? If you're trying to make me cry, you'll fail. Oh yeah, I'll show Faye and Citan around the cathedral. Follow me. What a strong girl she is. It's obvious that she really wants to just break down and cry. Yeah, you're right. It's just the way she's always been. For all her talk, she understands her position well. Maybe there are a few things I could learn from her too. Quite possibly, Bart, quite possibly. Right. Bathe in sunlight. We can't... No, Margie went off this way. We can't go anywhere sort of left and right. There's nothing there, no doors. We can't go up the stairs because that nun's in the way. Margie's over there. And there's nothing up here. Okay, right, fine. Let's follow Margie. We go up to the gallery on the second floor from here. Okie dokie. Going to act with some reverence in this cathedral. We're not going to run around, although I think I just did, because we are in a cathedral after all. Let's show some respect. How magnificent. If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories, it's embarrassing. But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then. What? You mean you think I'm still a kid? I mean, you do kind of act like one sometimes. Looks weird without the wall next to it. Whoa, camera, calm down. I like the view from here the best. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. The statues are pretty cool. Yes, this is breathtaking. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? I did not. According to legends handed down in Nisan, God could have created humans perfectly, but then humans would not have helped each other. So that is what these great single-winged angels symbolizes. In order to fly, they are dependent on one another. I've heard that somewhere recently. That's is it an old Chinese or old Japanese myth? I think of birds with one wing that help each other to fly. It was mentioned in the anime Darling in the Franxx, which if you haven't seen, I'd recommend. It's very, very good. And leans into a little bit of, it's very Evangelion-like, which, I mentioned has, loans its inspirations to this. This is inspired by that, I should say. What words am I using? Use sentences, Mark. Yeah, it's interesting that should come up. But yeah, that's interesting, and that's an interesting story as well. I like that. Anyways, back to the game. Stop waffling. So that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now, that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually, these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposing genders. And the space between them is the path from where God advents. Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I do not know. It could be either, or even both. Now I see. This all coincides with the teachings of Nisan. Ha ha ha, why, Dr. Sita Nizuki, you are an amusing fellow. Oh, excuse me. It's a habit of mine. Doc knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Forcing them to fly together. It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own, don't you think, Faye? But you miss the deeper meaning and beauty of it. Someday, I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Oh, we haven't visited the room of Sophia yet, have we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it. But this time I think it'll be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Yeah, Sophia. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nisan nation, and the founder of the Nisan religion who set forth its teachings. There's a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to view that, Faye. Let us go have a look at it. Okay, why not? Let's go see a portrait of Holy Mother Sophia. I like that name, Sophia. I always have done. I don't know where that came from. I never knew anyone as a kid called Sophia. Or Sophie. Or anything of that nature. Well, this game's turning into especially this episode, is turning into a learning experience about me, let alone what's going on in the game. This is a long old staircase. It's farther on in. Okay, we're going first, are we? Another interesting looking window. Oh my, what an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison too. What is more, this looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is a different colour, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair colour? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look, it's the girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie. I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yeah, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. But that is not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush techniques and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? Wow, now that's a painting. I don't see the resemblance. It's a nice portrait, though. Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near as good as an artist. No, it's very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She is smiling, but in a way it gives the impression that she's anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self? Or perhaps it is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. Ah, if you look closely, you'll notice that the painting is not completely finished. The artist put his brushes down when it was near completion. Why is that? I don't know, but my grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if we ask Agnes? She may know something. She might. Alright then, I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back to the town for now? Yes, alright. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay, we'll stop by her room on the way out. Flashback. Hang on, Faye didn't paint this, did he? Lacan. Is something wrong, Faye? You look like you're daydreaming. Huh? No. No, it's nothing. Getting some weird flashbacks from Faye. Oops, I said I wasn't going to run. Oh, this is a long staircase. We'll run down here. Nobody can see us. We shall walk around the rest of the cathedral, though, however. Right, so where is Sister Agnes's room? Okay, we can't go that way anyway. We never saw any other ways to go. Oh, hang on, is that a door? I guess so. Hi, sister. Bye, sister. Ladder? Okay, no. Ah, I see. Right, it's an office. I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nisan's great founding mother. Some say it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago? Now, that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia, I was going to say Sophia then, that she's a character from Soul Calibur, Sophia, have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That's too bad. So there really is nothing left at all? For someone who has helped Marguerite, I would have loved to have shared them. But unfortunately I'm unable to help here. Oh well, none the matter. Please do not worry about it. I was just inquiring. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived history, then it's likely a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people and has been summoned to be with God. That's all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. Okay. So, all we know about Sophia is her name is not Sophia. She founded Nisan, and she has been commanded to be with God. So she either disappeared, like she was raptured away or something, or she died normally and is just revered as a saint. At which point she's been, canonized, I believe. And no, that does not mean being fired out of a cannon. Imagine a pirate saying that, I'm gonna canonize you. Oh my God, what is wrong with me today? I'm such an idiot. Anyway, let's head back to town. Oh, hello. We have people here. Oh, now we can go upstairs. Oh, now we can go up the stairs. I guess that's like a pulpit. Preparation should be starting near the border of this sixth country for the charge by the Royal Capital's army. But a miscalculated move directed on the enemy is certain to backfire on us, so we'll be taking covert action for a while. I'm on my way there now, but I thought I'd offer a prayer before I go. For people that are acting acting against the Royal Army, you guys are speaking very brazenly out in public. As a matter of fact, the guy next to me and I were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful but boring life here, so we ran away from home. But we both ended up enlisting in the army. It's not that we have any particularly happy memories or whatever here, it's just that after all, this is the land of our birth, so, well, you know. I want to see with my own eyes what will become of this country. Okay. Again, didn't mean to run, we're being respectful. We shall walk out of the cathedral. Now, I did not see a save point in town. It makes me wonder how I'm going to be able to save, because I do want to maybe wrap it up here. However, I haven't been everywhere in town, so... Some kids playing... Oh, this is the archway that we came under. Young master! Okay, hi Mason. What can I do you for? People of Nisan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks Mason. Okay, a little bit more to do before we can wrap this one up then. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here on are. Alright. But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Alright, I'll tell you. Me and Citan here, we used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labour. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learnt to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. We were friends with these people. I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since then. So this would have had to have happened even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I'd have heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this. Especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing that Sharkan idiot. I wish you'd have told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own will and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us, we can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. Alright, I understand. But can you elaborate a little more? We've got some questions going on. Bear with me for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, let's start at the top and work our way down, shall we? Where is Solaris? What bugs me is this surface dwellers thing. It's as if Solaris is in another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yeah, well... Etranank, the capital of the Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. To get to Ave, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. What are lambs? I don't know why I said it like that. That is a word Solarians use to indicate those who live on the earth. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labour there. Manual labour could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. It's probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city levels. It's not a complete secret, but I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Abe's total population. So, they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. Who is that man? His name is Karan Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander. Ramses. We call him Kar. In Solaris, there's an officer training school called Jugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He is a lower level citizen, the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating, he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal: to achieve a consolidation of all of his colleagues, even land dwellers if they had talent or brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses. Rasmus, I'm going to keep getting that confused. So you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us test subjects and lower level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor? Yes, even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. Why did you leave? So, why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military positions by Ramses, and thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? They weren't just using us lambs for slave labour. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities, to make them more aggressive, and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example. Drive. That drug, and all others like it, are used now. Sorry, that kind of just rang a little bit weird to me, that sentence, I don't know why. That drug, and all others like it that are used now, are byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris army can use. At least anyone in the Gebler forces who is sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? Huh? I saw some in her room. No. Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs, how low are these guys? Damn it. I think I get most of it. Oh, Nisan, go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. Going outside to get some air. Should have been honest with him sooner. It's best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. Why is there not a save point in here? Bart's going to go off and get himself in trouble in his impetuousness, isn't he? That leads out of town. Is there a save point in the inn? I don't remember seeing one. No. Oh, he's up there. Right. I did want to try and come this way anyway. I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it's just so sudden. I kind of expected to hear something different, like we were childhood rivals or something. But that's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it? So hearing his story has you confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, behind Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of. Hey, what are you picking on me for? No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see why he could not talk about this with you until now. Looking at the activities of Solaris toward other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire, or self-preservation. And as you have seen, their military power is immense, so Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, it would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later, which is a much better plan than rushing straight into a war he knew we could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it's not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Speaking of that, why did you leave? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, wasn't he? Yes, I certainly thought so at first, but then I realised his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's rank and class or their skill. The words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life. In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him much either. So, Citan, do you think I can beat Gebler? Why? Are you planning on fighting them? As long as they're working with Sharkan, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I suppose so, but even if we were to defeat the Gebler forces here, there's still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it's possible that we may get involved in a longer war than that with Sharkan. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it's time we try to get help from a greater number of people. So, defeating Sharkan's not going to get rid of the likes of Gebler. I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first gain thy throne, right? You could put it that way. What do you mean, could put it that way? Then again, maybe it is time I did something about that. I mean, yeah, he is royalty after all. He could go and reclaim his throne again. Right, okay, so we've come up this way. Well, they weren't joking when they said there was nothing round here. Can I, as we're technically on the world map, can I save here? I can. So that's what I think I'm going to do. We've had quite a bit of an info dump. Okay, no I can't. We have had quite a bit of an info dump. And I am wanting to wrap it up. Please let there be a save point in here now. Okay, Sigurd is not there, Mason is not there. They said something about readying the town hall, but I don't want to get into a massive long cutscene right now. So, what we're going to do now, we can save it. What we're going to do is leave it here and we'll address the rest of that next time. So yeah, again, not a lot of progress has been made, but we have had a lot of info thrown on us this episode. A lot of info thrown on us this episode. So we're starting to see political alignments, motivations, backstories. It's all getting quite political, which I wasn't expecting. So, yeah. I've been Mark from Retribution Gaming. This has been Xenogears. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you join me for the next one. So, until then, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. If you like that video, please do all the usual YouTube fun stuff like hitting the thumbs up to give it a like, consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, and hit the bell to get notifications of when I post new content. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, please do consider buying me a coffee, link of which is on screen and in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you for the next one.